Hi, everybody. You're going to be working with conversions in lesson 20. And when we talk about conversions, you're converting from one unit of measurement to another, such as feet to yards or yards to feet, miles to feet, and feet to miles. By the way, there are 5,280 feet in a mile. In the metric system, you could be converting meters into centimeters, and there are 100 centimeters in a meter. That's where the prefix centi comes into play. Quarts into gallon and quarters into yards. You'll notice that quarters and quarts have the same prefix. That's because there are 4 quarts in a gallon and 4 quarters in a dollar, so each one is 1/4 of a larger unit. But we're going to start today by looking at the math chat, and they're going to talk about converting yards into feet.
Hey ZEARNer! Today we'll convert larger units to smaller units and smaller units to larger units. Let's jump in. We know 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So how many feet are equal to 4 1/3 yards? We'll solve this problem in your notes.
Get page 75 open and ready.
Today we're working on Mission 4, Lesson 20. This tape diagram represents our hole, 4 1/3 yards. We want to name 4 1/3 yards using feet. First, let's partition the tape diagram into 4 equal units to represent the 4 whole yards, and 1 smaller unit to represent 1/3 of a yard.
So they've kind of done it for us. You need to do it in your notebook. You don't have to be accurate. This 1/3 doesn't have to be accurately 1/3 of a yard. It just represents 1/3 of a yard, okay?
4 1/3 yards is the same as 4 1/3 units of 1 yard. We know there are 3 feet in 1 yard. This tape diagram represents 1 yard. Partition this tape diagram into 3 equal parts to show 1 yard is equivalent to 3 feet. Label 3 feet here.
Easy enough, right? You're just drawing 2 lines, and now it's in 3 feet. Then write 3 feet. Something like that, right?
I'll partition this tape diagram into 3 equal parts and label 3 feet here. 1 yard is equivalent to 3 feet. Check your work. Our 2 factors are 4 1/3 and 1 yard. To convert 4 1/3 yards to feet, let's replace this factor with an equivalent factor in feet. There are 3 feet in 1 yard, so rename 1 yard as 3 feet.
Okay, so in that space, what do you think we need to write? Three feet equals 1 yard, right?
I'll rename 1 yard as 3 feet. Check your work.
Hey, we got it right. Yay!
Let's express 4 1/3 as a fraction greater than 1. We know there are...
Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second, because this is something we've done all along. What kind of number is 4 1/3? If you remember, 4 1/3 is a mixed number. She's asking us to turn it into an improper fraction. So hopefully you remember how to do that. So that's 4 times 3, the whole number times the denominator, then add the numerator. Okay, 4 times 3, okay? And then add the numerator.
3/3 in 1 whole. So how many thirds are equivalent to 4 1/3? Write that here as a single fraction. Then complete the expression. The second factor should still be 3 feet because we're still converting from yards to feet.
Okay, so changing a mixed number into an improper fraction, right? So that's 4 times 3 equals 12 plus 1 equals 13 thirds. And then this just comes straight down. So 13 thirds and then 3. Let's see how we did.
4 wholes is 12 thirds, plus 1 more third equals 13 thirds. And we're still multiplying by 3 feet. Check your work.
Okay, it looks like what we have.
Now write 13 thirds times 3 feet as a single fraction here.
Okay, so remember, with any whole number, you can also put a 1 down underneath it and to make it a fraction. And then we're just multiplying across. Okay, but she's asking us to rewrite this as a fraction. So 13 thirds. And because it's just 3 times 1, you can just write 3. Okay?
13 times 3 is our numerator, and our denominator is 3. Check your work.
Okay, that's what we have. Does anybody see something something going on here? You notice there are common factors. 3 and 3 are a common factor. Remember, a factor is anything that would multiply together to equal a product. So 13 times 3 would equal a certain product. And then also remember that the fraction bar is also a division sign. It's another form of a division sign. So just something to think about.
Now divide the numerator and denominator by a common factor to rename the fraction. Then solve to convert yards to feet.
One thing you might notice is that 3 and 3 are in common, okay? And so that's a common factor, which means if you have a common factor, we can just get rid of those two. They cancel each other out. Why does it work? 3 over 3 times 13 over 1. That's another way to rewrite this whole thing. And what's 3 divided by 3?
We can divide the numerator and denominator each by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 13 times 1 divided by 1 equals 13. So 4 1/3 yards equals 13 feet. Check your work.
All right, one way I want to check our work is we have this nice tape diagram that's not doing much of anything. Let's go ahead and put our feet into this. Remember, each of these boxes is equal to 1 yard. So that is equal to 1 yard. So we can split each of these into 3 feet. And now let's count the number of feet we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So using this tape diagram, we showed that that equals 13 feet, and we got it right.
We just converted 4 1/3 yards to 13 feet. We can see it using yardsticks like this. 4 1/3 yards is the same as 13 feet. Let's try another one. We'll convert 11 feet to yards. First, let's find an equivalent factor in yards for our unit 1 foot.
I'm going to let you watch this part on your own, okay? So I hope this helps. You can always rewatch the videos if you get stuck. And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.